me with something of my own is not from God. True. Shall we praise him, Lord? And somebody said the same old story. That's why some people get fed up. A whole story of Jesus and his love. Amen. We can only preach about Jesus and his love. Nothing else new. So if you get tired, sorry for you. I love to listen to Pastor Man before he died. He always said, I am the one who's supposed to get fed up of talking about the kingdom because I'm the one preaching it. We should not be tired of hearing the word of God because every day is something new. The way Pastor preached, I can't preach it like him. The way Sister Ro preached, I can't preach it like her. Sister Mike did the same thing. Brother at the back there, Pastor, I couldn't sing like him. So God give every one of us a little our own talent to do the things to please him. If I'm doing it to please you, sorry, I'm going to fail. But whatever we do, we must do it as unto the Lord. Amen. Amen? Amen. Some of the time, most of the time, God does not get the glory out of a lot of things we do. We do it to please the crowd. I want to preach so that my brethren can say, tap me in the back and say, yes, brother Mike, you can preach. But what does God get from that? Amen. Amen. Let me greet all the mothers in the house. Mothers, you are wonderful. You're great. As Brother Foster was singing, you're great, Mama. My mother died a couple of years ago. I was trying to find why, when you lost your mom and daddy called you orphan. Why would they get that word? You're orphan. I'm going to have to look up that word and find out where they get that word from. You know, you lost your parents and you're orphan. Half. You're going to be patient with me a bit. I've got the cold sometimes. I cough. If my body starts to get hot, I'm going to cough. I pray God it does happen. Okay, we're going to try and talk a little today about mother. I'm not the kind of person who normally try to record a particular day. I try to find scripture to match the day. But I try to find something when I hear that the lady is going to sit down and do nothing today. And the men are the ones who are going to work. So let us turn our Bibles a little to the book of Ruth. Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges. And we're going to stand here, we're going to read us from Ruth 1 from verse 8 to 12. It's found in the Old Testament. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth. Ruth chapter 1 from verse 8 to 12. Go right back almost to the front of the Bible. You have Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, which will be about the 8th book. Ruth. Find it? And it reads thus, and Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, Go, return each her mother's house. The Lord hath kindly with you as he hath dealt with the dead, and with me. The Lord grant you that ye may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and then lifted up their voice and wept. And they said unto her, surely we return thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, turn again, my daughters, why will ye go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb, that they may be your husband? We're going to stop at 12. Turn again, my daughters, go your way. For I am too old to have an husband. If I should say I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, I should also bear sons. Amen. Amen. We're going to pray. Eternal Father God, I just want to thank you for your words. Thank you for your people. Lord God, if you're blessing from them, oh God, that the word that should come from my mouth be blind, not mine. Come your people in your blood, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. You may be seated. I take a little look at the book of Ruth, and the thought that came to my mind was good mothers and bad mothers. We have some good mothers, and we also have some bad mothers. And day by day, we sometimes can identify some bad mothers. The things they do and say to their children sometimes. I don't want to preach, I want to talk. I'm going to try. Sometimes we hear mothers calling their children darling. Sometimes we hear them call them junko. Sometimes they call them good for nothing. No. The only animal that can produce a dog is a dog. The only bird that can produce a junko. So how come we identify our children to be dogs and junkos? We are living in a society today where fatherlessness runs our society. And I believe because of this, our society has reached a place where it seems that there is no hope. Every time you listen to some news, it's never good news. Somebody been missing, somebody's been dead, somebody is being killed. I appreciate the mothers who are trying to do their best. I appreciate the mothers who try to give good values to their children. The Bible never said a mother should be the ones to bring up the children. You fathers are the ones that the Bible said should bring up the children. But the problem is there's no father in the home. So I hear some women say they have to be the mother and the father of their children. I disagree with that. A mother can't be a father. And a father cannot be a mother. You might disagree with me there. The father is the one in the home that should lay down the discipline and the rules. The mother is the one that cherishes and nourishes and takes care of the child. But because of there no father in the home, the mother has to be trying to play both roles. And sometimes some of the mothers do a very poor job. Because even when their children or their sons grow up to be men, they still call them baby. And they try to pamper them and and to make them think that is love. I learned of a young guy who was brought up by his mother. And after a while, he found himself in prison, and he was sentenced to hang. And the day before he was hanged, he called his mother. And he said, "Mama, I have something to tell you." He said, "Put the ears at the grill." And he bit off her ears. He said, "If you had brought me up and told me when I was wrong, that I was wrong, I would not be here." And that's the society we are living in today. Mothers cannot tell their sons that they're wrong. Even some of the mothers, they know that their sons are murderers, and they wash the bloody clothes. They eat the corrupt food, and they hide their son from the law. Bad manner. Somebody said, "No, they're not mothers, they are mama." And it's the truth. There is something about love. The Bible said love is a law. And the law has no feeling. Sister Mighty called it tough love. You love your children, but you don't destroy them in the name of love. The Bible said we must bring up our children in the right way, in the fear of the Lord. When they're wrong, tell them they're wrong. When they get in trouble, don't cover for them. When they disobey, don't pet them up. Because you are the ones who are going to suffer the consequence afterwards. The Bible said Naomi and her family went out of Bethlehem, Judah, because there was a famine there. The Bible says she had 2 sons and her husband. And they went to Moab. But in process of time, after being in Moab, they get the 2 sons married. Wives. But after a while, Elimelech died, which was Naomi's husband. And then Ruth's husband died. And Orpha's husband died. The Bible said it reached a time when Naomi said that there was food back in Bethlehem. So she decided to go back home. And she called the 2 daughters-in-law and said, "Look, your husbands are dead. Go back to your mother's house." The Bible said they cried, they wept. And they kissed their mother-in-law goodbye. But the Bible said Orpha turned back to go back to her home. But Ruth refused to leave her mother-in-law. The point I want to bring out, if Naomi was a bad mother-in-law, none of the daughter-in-law would want to stay with her. Am I right? Yeah. No, we have some mother-in-law in our society. They are so bad that they become outlaws. You don't want them in your house. You don't want them around you. But the Bible said Ruth cleaved to Naomi. And moreover, she said, "Entreat me, don't tell me to leave you." When you find a mother-in-law, my sister Ruth, that you will love so much that you don't want to leave, it must be a good mother-in-law. She said, "Don't tell me to leave you, nor to return from following after you. For where you go, I'm going to go. Where you die, I'm going to die. Your people is going to be my people. And your God is going to be my God. Where thou diest will I die. And there will I be buried. The Lord owes so much more to me. If aught but death. That must be a good mother-in-law. Mothers, check on yourself. Check the kind of love you're giving your children. Sometimes we check what's happening in our society. How can a woman have a child and sell it to slavery? And that is happening in our modern day society today. You sell your child for money to become a prostitute, to become a whore. Sometimes just for a trip to foreign. And then you say you love your child. The Word of God says we should train up our children in the way they should go. I remember growing up as a child, we had to go to Sunday school. It no matter who we are. If you're going to live in that house, you've got to go to Sunday school. And the thing about it, we could not get up on a Sunday morning to clean our shoes to go to church. It has to be clean from Saturday night. We couldn't get up on a Sunday morning to wash clothes. And that's how we were grown.
Yes, yes.
I remember my grandmother. In the days, if you pass the toilet sometime for hours, she'd be there praying and crying out to God for us. We didn't understand it.
Yes.
Because I spent so much time in prayer. I didn't grow up with a mom or a dad. But I had a little time. I spent a little time with my mom before she died. And the thing I noticed about her, every morning at 5 o'clock, you'll hear her praying and entreating God for her children.
Yes, yes.
These are the kind of mothers we need in our society today. We need mothers who will discipline their children.
Yes, yes.
Even though it should not be your duty, it should be the father, but there's no father.
Yes, yes. True.
I'm not embarrassed to say my little daughter, I have one daughter. And when she was growing up, she didn't call me father. She called me further. And the reason why she did that, I was always out. I was never home. I used to work in St. Elizabeth, so she only see me like on the weekends.
Yes.
She said, you're not a father, you're further. But nevertheless, I get the privilege to bring up in the right way.
Amen.
Shall we praise the Lord?
Hallelujah.
The Bible tells us about two women in the book of Kings that had children. And that is found in 1 Kings chapter 3, I think. And I'm about from verse 18, it's over there. 16 is over there. The Bible said there was two women in the days of Solomon. And both of them get pregnant at the same time. And it came to pass that after a while they have children.
Yes.
The Bible said one mother come to before the king and said, look, I had my child 3 days ago. And this woman that is with me have another child 3 days after.
Yes.
But it so happened that while we slept, this woman's child died. And what she did was to come and take my living child and put her dead child in my bosom. And when I wake up in the morning and consider it, I realize that the dead child is not mine. So king will come for justice. The one woman said, the living child is mine.
Yes.
And the dead child is hers. The next woman said the dead child is hers. and the living child is mine.
Amen.
So the king said, okay, there's one way to settle this account.
Yes.
What we're going to do, I'm going to call for somebody to come and divide the living child.
Yes.
That each of you will have peace.
Amen. Yes,
When the king lifted the sword to destroy the child, the mother said, don't kill the child.
Yes.
Give the child to this woman.
Yes.
But the woman who the child was not said, kill it, that it be neither hers nor mine. The king said, this is the mother of the child. I say that to say this further unless it said, when the child was about to be killed, her bowels moved within her. Every mother should have that love and that compassion deep down for the children. How is it you're going to lose the child if you feel nothing for it? The scripture has this question. Can a woman forget the child she birthed? Yes, she can forget. Some people give away the child so long that they forget to have it. But as mothers, don't spoil your child. I've experienced, I remember this woman, a friend of mine, when I was growing up my son, she always said, buy them, what they call name brand and thing. And I said, no. Don't try to buy your children love by giving them expensive things. People who said, might you have one son who can afford it, send him to this kind of school? I said, no. He's going to mix with the children of the district. He's going to grow up with them. The time will come when he will be able to buy what he wants. She always look at it as if I'm cheap. She always buy her son expensive things. And after a while she couldn't find them. And the child started to thief. He ended up in prison for an hour. And I said, look at that. Train the child. Don't buy the love. Love them with a pure love. Love them with a true love. Don't buy their love. Because when you can't buy it, they're going to rebel against you. When you don't have anything else to give them, they're going to curse you. And hate you and turn their back upon you. The best love any mother can give their child is to love God and to know God. The Bible said beauty is vain, favor is deceitful. But a woman that fears God, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how you look. Fear God, love God. Because that is a great honor. The Bible in the book of Proverbs talks about the virtuous woman. And it tells the virtuous woman the things she do. She'll raise up early in the morning and she'll look after her household. She'll take care of her husband. She'll take care of her family. That's what a virtuous woman does. They will find time to gossip and to do all kind of things which is not godly. But that's why it's important as children of God to love God. Mothers, love your children as much as you can, but do not indulge in their wrongs. Do not take side with them when they are wrong. I don't care who you want to be. If mighty wrong pastor is telling him wrong. Some of us will love our children so much that we destroy them. And then we blame everybody else. So brethren, be not deceived today. God is not mocked. Pastor will say, well, preach. But disobedience is still sin. So, brethren, let us stand for holiness. Let us stand for righteousness. Let us stand for the things which become God that is to us. Who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies. Her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trust in her, but that he have no need of spoil. A virtuous woman. When you're gone a road pass, you not where will take place a yard.
Yes, thank you.
You don't have to worry where she goes. When you send her to market, you don't have to think if a market she gone. You might be laughing, it happens sometimes.
Yes, true.
I sat on bus pastor and I hear woman, the partner call them where you in the hospital or work and I'm the bus, she doesn't have me. I want to. You know what yes. These are the society we are living in. Her husband can't trust her. No confidence. Man, they work, my very thing, what she do.
Amen.
She will do him good and not even all the days of her life, his life. She seeketh wood and worketh willingly with her hands. She's an industrious woman. A true mother is an industrious mother. Somebody's not afraid to get up and work. Nowadays we have some lazy men and women. No one work, but they want everything. Some of them force the man to go thief to support them. You always have the saying when we're children are shiny, a girl is a trouble to a man. She want and she want and she want everything. Alright, we're not talking about that. She's like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from far. It doesn't matter the distance, she'll go and get food. She considered a field and bite it. With the fruit of her hand, she planted a vineyard. Those are the kind of mothers we need in our society today. Mothers who are industrious, mothers who will fend for their children. We need fathers too. No wonder when we are fathers, nobody knows sing no song to fathers. Because we are further. So, brethren, today, let God be praised. I want to pray. We're going to, God said he's going to treat the mother. So we're going to give enough time to treat the children. May God bless us today. May God keep us. May we continue to look into the Word of God. May we continue to seek to be better people, better children of light. You know, every day when I sit down listen to Pastor this morning, there's so many things they have said which is so true. God gets so little time from us. I have to be trying in my mind to break myself away from the things I do. You see, the song about the song said we have room for pleasure. We have room for business. But for Christ, the crucified, not a place that he can enter in the heart for which he died. We are so cumbered each day. Some of us who work out, we know what it is. I remember when I was in Montego Bay, sometime for the entire month I have to be at work every single Sunday. No time for church. No time for prayer meeting. Because I don't get up here, I've reached work 7 o'clock and these things take away. and then no time for God. Some of us will work in this industry today. To God be the glory, you get Sunday off and Saturday off.